like I want to be, because I want to be like a, coming into like I want to learn Azure data engineering. So I want to, move my career to Azure side. So what are the steps I should take it, and how, it will helpful for me, because there are some of the tools are outdating into SAP side. So I want to be switched to Azure data engineer.
Yes, Raju. So, okay, I got it. So the thing is, first you have to be good at the SQL and Python basics. At least you should have the grounds clear in these two technologies, or not technologies, the skills, right? SQL and Python. And after that, then you can move to Apache Spark. Okay, either you can set up your account in your on-premise device, or maybe you can use the cloud technology like Databricks, है ना? And then just these three things are I mean these three things are required as of now. And if you know any cloud, then it would be better for you. Uh,
Yes, but I'm very good into the SQL, Oracle, Teradata, and the Snowflake,
what
because
about Python? Aware about it?
the Python basics I know, because it's a OOPS concept, everything. So because which I'm background into Java side.
Yes,
So
then it is kind of similar thing only, right? Just you need
yes,
to brush up. I mean, just need to learn the syntax, and
yes,
the concept will
exactly.
be kind of
Yeah,
similar. Okay, what about big data technologies?
big data, like because I'm like to get the data from the Hadoop or Hive tables, and those kind of, I'm aware of that, because I'm working on the ETL side, ETL tool. This is the SAP boards. So
Yes,
I'm
then Raju, like it's kind of you are clear, right? See, your basics are clear, then you can easily learn Apache Spark if you know Hadoop well, right? So it will not take you much time to learn Apache Spark.
okay.
And if your basics are clear in Java, then you can easily learn Python. Like five, it will take hardly 5 to 10 days for Python, to be honest. But
Hmm.
Apache Spark, it may take 15, 20, 25 days. It depends on how much you already know, right, on Hadoop. And SQL, you said that you are champion in that, so I don't think so. You will face multiple issues or much issues, if you wanna switch to
Hmm.
this domain.
Okay.
But at least you also hands-on on one cloud technology. If you are more if you're more into this Azure, then you can go for the Microsoft
Hmm.
Azure side. Otherwise you can also opt for that's the AWS or GCP.
Okay, but what about GCP? GCP is right now, it's very booming compared to their profits and everything. So the Google earns so much money to GCP right now, their revenue side. Right now, the GPC also moving well and booming lot, right?
Correct. GCP is so see all these cloud technologies. So if you know Azure, that you can easily learn GCP. This is kind of similar thing. Like if I talk about in Azure, we have ADLS blob. In Amazon, in AWS, we have S3 bucket. The
Yes.
concept kind of similar, right? If
Mhm.
your grounds are clear, na, then you can easily opt for anything. Like suppose you are learning now Azure.
Mhm.
Okay, then you said, hey, my company is working on it AWS or GCP. So you
Mhm.
can easily switch to that technology also. So
Okay.
अल्टीमेट चीज तो सेम ही चीज है ना, पीछे बैकग्राउंड में तो सेम ही चीज हो रही है, राइट? द थिंग इज मे बी इन एजोर वी हैव मोर फीचर्स, राइट? इन लाइक AWS we do not have more features, right? So ये
Yes.
yeah.
Only the thing is, like, I am like I'm into be total 11 years into SAP. So how it should be like benefit for me to be switched to cloud technologies? Because in the cloud technology, my application, SAP application, it will run on on-premises and cloud, but I don't have the experience. But in the back end, I know that how it's working. But so how beneficial to me? Like, if I learn the Azure right now in the Azure data engineer. So
I would say, Raju, like it's a great opportunity because to be honest, you also known about that companies are moving from on-premise systems to the cloud one right nowadays. And from the last 2 years, it's being, I mean, many companies have moved already, and many companies are planning today also. No, they are just migrating the things from on-premise systems to the cloud. I am not saying that only to Azure, maybe some company opting for the the open source cloud technologies and maybe some other technologies and other cloud technologies. So it's very good if you opt for the cloud
Okay.
technology, not for the on-premise one. Maybe after 1, 2 years, 3 years, it will be vanished. I mean, I'm definitely I'm not 100% sure about it, but what I see today, on what I am seeing from last 3 years, that many companies have moved to cloud, and maybe the trend will be same for future also.
Okay. Great. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Raju. Hey Manjunath, hey Talha Zafar, Sharath, please, you can ask any questions.
Yeah, hi.
Hello.
Yeah, like for me, it's like very new. I'm into RPA previously, but I want to switch into
Is
Azure
this
Data Engineer.
is this Sharath or Manjunath?
Manjunath.
Okay.
Like I want to completely switch into Azure Data Engineering. Like
Okay.
I was into RPA previously, so for me, like it's little bit everything is new. I was going through your project, but I didn't get a chance to go through entire project. I was stopped at that auto loader concept.
Mm-hmm. So
So
do you already know about Databricks?
Databricks, yeah, I have gone through the course
Hmm.
and PySpark and Data Factory. Also, I have gone through the course on YouTube channels and Udemy. But real-time project, I have gone through on YouTube only. Like it's like those projects look like simple, like mounting to the Databricks and using like migrating the data from
Mm-hmm.
blob to Gen to, and then some to simple cleaning things. I thought like the project will be like only this. I think advanced concepts may be there, and auto loader like I didn't go through those concepts, so I'm going through that concept, and I need to complete your course.
Yes,
So
yes.
actually,
So first, at least, I already told you about that, right? That you should at least have the basic knowledge in all
yeah,
these
yeah, correct.
EDF. So I also explain if I'm not wrong, but I thought like people already knows about it, and then only they will switch to, this
Yes,
end-to-end
yes,
projecting.
correct.
So if you are facing any issue, you can raise a concern in the Telegram channel, or,
Yeah, like
you have my number, right? I believe we have talked, right? Before also.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
so
like yeah, I'm getting errors also while coding.
that is
That
good,
one,
right? This is the
yeah.
good thing that you are getting
Yeah,
errors.
the PDF one was not working till it's not working. I'm trying to install that
So
tab view.
maybe this is because you are using the free version of Databricks, the community edition,
Student version.
student version you are using, and
14
you
days, 14 days trial is there, right?
free 14 days. So it should work. I'm not sure why it's not showing. You can ping me later, in Telegram or WhatsApp.
Okay.
We will
Yeah.
fix it.
Normally, I just want to know like how the project will be like similar in the similar for all the projects will be, or it will be
90
like different.
90% 90% sure the tips and tricks what I shown you, right? See,
Okay.
all the projects are not like this. I just shown you one prototype, I can say.
Okay.
This can be the project, and these things what I shown you, if you are aware about ADF already, right? Then
Okay.
I explained that why we should not use get metadata activity, correct? Why I have used that JSON activity, JSON file metadata kind of things, right? So
Yeah.
that is a twist, that what I have shown you, ki how the real time project will be or should be.
Okay. Okay. Like data sources, if there are like multiple files, in that case also we need to write a JSON file, right? To put all the file names in the JSON and then read.
So I'm not sure whether you have gone to the first video. The thing is, see, if you use get metadata activity, no, see
Yeah.
what I'm telling one story. Your client is there, okay, and you have, let's say, one SQL server. SQL Server,
Okay.
SQL tables, you have one database you have. There you have 5 tables as of today. Okay. Your client is saying, hey, Manjunath, pull all 5 tables. So what you will do? Either you can create that get metadata activity and all the 5 tables will come automatically. Correct. And then
Yes.
you will dump it. It's a very easy task. The requirement is change. They are saying that, hey Manjunath, we can store 10 tables in our source system because source system to unka hai, right? The source system is theirs only. They can store 10, 20, 30 tables, whatever, right? But you have to pull only, let's say, 6 tables. Then what will you do?
6 tables, right?
So
Yeah, yeah,
out of 20, 30 tables, you have to only pull 4 tables, or let's say 6 tables or 10 tables. Then what will you do? The get metadata activity will fail. Then so in that case, what you will do? You will again develop your pipeline. Maybe you will use any filter condition over there, something like that. Then you raise the PR, merge the PR, deployment, other stuff, right? If you change if you write those names in the JSON file which I used, so don't you think that you do not need to do any deployment, any ASPR things?
yeah.
That's the reason I have shown you. See, all these things. See, if I have used the that get metadata get metadata activity, it's already there. Then that's the reason I twist the what we can say the requirement little bit so that I can tell you something new in that.
Okay. Okay.
So I mean, so please do not skip any video. Go one by one by one. Then you will understand clearly. And if you
Yeah, yeah,
if you still have any issue, you can directly ping me over the
yeah. Okay.
WhatsApp. I'm there for
Yeah,
help.
yeah. I'm not skipping anything. I'm
No, no,
understanding
no,
your.
no, no, no. I'm just telling because
Okay, okay,
many other people are skipping, right? So that's the thought I thought
okay,
that I should tell you.
okay. This one actually, the auto loader, it will automatically loads the data, right? If it will be like
Hmm.
streaming, right?
Kind of streaming. So
So,
we have the option of trigger, right? So if you
trigger,
want
yeah.
to trigger, I mean, 24 into 7, then you do not need to, mention that two once. So I'm mentioning 2 months once. It means then it converted into the batch processing, not the streaming processing. So it will trigger only when we run, and when we trigger it, it just run one time, and then it will stop the process.
Okay, okay. Actually, through from Gen 2, you are using autoloader, you are loading the data and you are moving after cleansing, you are moving it to cleansed folder.
Mart layer,
Yeah,
yes.
smart layer.
Plans
Okay.
folder, and then Mart means the where we write our business. Or you can think about silver or gold layer. I am that way you can do.
Okay. And I just want to know, like, if you could upload some interview questions on your YouTube channel, it will be helpful for
Sure,
us.
sure, 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 Manjunath. I mean,
Main thing
I'm
is
in a
like,
process. I'm
yeah,
in a process, honestly, but it will take time because I have to design in some way, that is already not present. I will deliver. I will try to deliver that thing only. See, the things which are already present, why would I, upload the same thing, or if I charge the much amount to you, right? That's not fair deal, correct? So I'm also thinking many people raise the same concern that,
yeah,
share the interview question so that we practice more. So I'm on it. It will take some time, 1 month at least. Not, I cannot upload in just, some days. It will take some time, but I'm definitely sure that, those videos will be very helpful. I hope that you liked this project, whatever you are there till now, the architecture, whatever I've shown you, right? So this is quite
yeah.
interesting or quite new for you. So
Yeah,
this is
like
my plan.
I'm actually plan to start give interviews from next month.
Yes, Manjunath. So give
Yeah.
me, allow me some time. And no,
Okay.
definitely I will try my best.
Okay. Okay. What will be the one more thing? Like, what will be the package for like if I put 2 years on Azure relevant experience, and if I put some like total experience is 6.5,
You can easily get 20.
20.
It is minimum. Now it is
Okay.
up to your skills.
No, 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 actually for Azure 6 plus, what will be the range?
No, see, for Azure, you said, right? You have a relevant experience 2 years, right?
I
Not
am
6 years.
trying to put 2 years as Azure.
Then you can
Azure.
easily get, yeah, 20, 25. It is definitely, on the company. I mean, it depends on the company also and your negotiation skills also. Means like minimum package 20 you can expect. Now it is up to you, how you negotiate someone or how much experience you are showing to them. And if you already know all these big things, I mean, 5, 6 technology, if you know, then you can ask more. They see, I know everything, I know end-to-end things. तो
Okay.
मुझे पैसा ज़्यादा दो.
Okay.
Okay, Manjunath. I hope
Yeah.
doubts
Thanks.
are clear.
Yeah. Thanks. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Talha. Hello, Bappa. Hello, Shovik.
Hello, Sagar.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. So it's me, Talha. I just wanted to say thank you so much. You are really doing great job on the YouTube,
Thank
and it
you.
was really helpful for me. I am from Pakistan, but I really love your videos. And
Oh,
also, I want to buy your course as well, build end-to-end Azure data engineering project. I just saw this website. I had no idea before that. However, I took uh, Trendy Tech course as well, which is I guess I do not remember the name of this.
Sumit Mittal.
Sumit Mittal, yes. And I currently I actually I shifted my career from front end React.js developer to data engineering side, and I've been working on AWS data engineering side, but not directly on the AWS services, more relevant to NiFi and Databricks for region run client. But now I switched my company, and here I have to work on Azure data engineering portions. So it is really difficult for me to digest these concepts, especially the Azure DevOps and also somehow the load balancers and these kind of services. So this is my only question, that if these services will be in your courses as well or not.
No, these services are present in my course, but I did not teach you in depth because this is kind of project building course, not the, learning course. So I think that you already know this concept, then only you are taking this course. At least you should know the basic stuff of all this technology. Then it's easy for you, to grab, because what people are asking me, hey Sagar, I know the basic, I know everything, but at the time of interview, I'm not able to tell the architecture or the real time things. So that's the reason, I build up this program or this course to tell audience, or so that people will get to know ki when a project is there in an industry or in a real time, then how it could be or how it should be. So I included all the technologies which mainly we use in a project. So it depends on, project to project also, it varies. Project to project also, but I use like 5 to 6, 7, 8 technologies. So I think if your basics are clear, at least in ADF, in Databricks, in Python, SQL, then definitely you will, learn a lot from here. And same you can apply in your company also. This is not, like a kind of real-time scenarios where you can reduce the cost of your pipelines and reduce the time of your pipelines. Those things I have shown you. Like I shown you I gave you the idea. You see, this can be the process. Hannah, now it is up to you that how will you implement in your company. Maybe in your company or in your project, the project is twisted little bit, right? Not you will not get same requirements, right? So I just shown you the idea, or the process how the project should be in real time.
Yeah, okay, all right. So I recently I just cleared my data engineering database certification as well, and also
DP 203,
data engineering Azure Databricks.
Azure Databricks. Okay.
Yeah, Databricks data engineer associate, and also the DP 900. Currently, I'm planning for DP 900. DP 203 at the moment.
Noted.
I'm trying for that. Yes, Azure Data Engineering. But my company is also pushing me to clear the certification of AZ 104, and it is really difficult for me to learn those
That is
concepts, especially
at
the networking side. Mhm.
that is regarding administrator, right? Right.
Yes,
Mm.
yes. So they are saying me that firstly you need to go with AZ 104, then after you can go to DP 203. Because firstly you need to learn Azure Virtual Networks and all of these stuffs. Then it is better to go to
I guess
DP
you can
203.
go for AZ 900 Azure fundamentals. Why to switch to that? That is a tough exam, to be honest. AZ 103.
Yes, it is really getting difficult for me. I mean, I'm really preparing it hard, but I cannot digest the concept, especially for the networking side.
Right,
I don't
it's
know.
quite difficult, not a simple.
So these kind of concepts will be in this project or not, like uh,
No, no,
built
no,
end
no.
to end.
This is end-to-end projects are there. Okay, like I use their ADF, then Databricks, then Logic App, PowerShell scripts, automation runbooks, and then CI/CD pipelines using Azure DevOps, using GitHub Actions. So all these things are there. Regarding the Azure data engineer, not not the admin side. Look, what
Okay.
you are talking about, that AZ103, it is more into admin side, even though I have shown that how we give the access to one resource. Let's say you have source system, right? So if your ID is Talhazafar, right? So you should have
Mhm.
only read access to the source, not the write access, right? So how we can provide those kind of access to the to the IDs from source side, from sync side. Now, if I'm talking about sync side, then you should have access, both access, read, write, right? We read the data and
Mhm.
then we can also write the data into data lake or in some databases, right? So how we provide those kind of access, I have also shown you in this project.
Okay, so is there any ARM templates to create the resources as well, like before moving
Mm-hmm.
to the
No resources, no resources we are creating manually, but we are deploying the code via ARM templates. If I talk
Okay,
about ADF, right? So where we
okay,
have ARM templates. So code we are deploying, but we are not deploying infrastructure using ARM template or Terraform jobs.
okay. But in real projects, like we need to deploy it from the ARM templates, right?
Mm, it could be, but in many of the companies, what they do now, first they create a resource manually because it is kind of
Hmm.
one time thing, right? And we do the changes multiple times. So the code deploying we'll do via CI/CD things, automation. I mean.
Okay, okay, all right. So maybe I can contact with you how to
So,
purchase this course. Yeah.
but I would suggest that clear your basic. Otherwise, you may face some issue regarding the concepts but definitely you won't much if your basics are clear. Even though I have talked about the basic stuff also, there what is ADLS, what is blob, when to choose blob storage, when to choose ADLS, how we can create or how we can set up that ADLS, Blob, Azure Data Factory, whatever resources I have used, right? So I have shown you everything there.
Sure, sure.
Mhm.
So can I contact you via email or how can I reach to you?
If you open the
Um,
website, there is a WhatsApp button at the down. You can message me over there.
okay, okay, all right.
Mhm.
Got it. Got it. Thank you so much.
Okay, okay, Tala. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Bappa. Hello, Shavik.
Hi, Shakil. Thank you for this session. I just want to know the difference between the Azure data engineering profile and the big data engineering profile. Uh,
Azure Data Engineering means you will be working on Azure technologies, totally Azure
mhm.
technologies. Big data means you can work in big data technologies like Hadoop, Apache Spark, or maybe
Okay,
we have more, right? Iceberg. something like we have
Okay.
Hive and other stuff. So you can, I mean, you can work in totally big data things, not in the cloud and other stuff. This is the profile, but it depends on the company, because companies hire for your data engineer, but you work in Power BI also sometimes.
Ah,
So
okay.
so it is more depends on company, but yeah, I mean, you should be focused on data engineering concepts, not Azure,
Correct.
AWS, GCP. If your basics are clear in data engineer, then definitely you can get anything.
Okay. Okay. And I just want to know just one process, that is, suppose I am a client. Okay. So the data engineer, suppose I want to know, like, uh, I am a client and pull some data from Azure storage. How can I do these things? Or for these, we can have any storage is there for the particular client? Is that like?
So, Bappa, what I understood, you are a client, you are saying, and
Mhm.
you have to take out the data from the blob storage, right?
Correct,
Correct. And you are
correct,
asking me the process, how it could
correct,
be.
correct, correct.
See, so first of all, it depends which tool you're gonna use. If we talk about Azure, if we talk about Python, you can also read it from Python also. First, you have to make a connection from your blob storage. Okay.
Okay,
And with the help of access key, we have SPNs, that is service principal ID or client ID, we can say. And apart from this, we have one SaaS token. So with the help of that connection string, or we can say, ID password in
correct.
the lame term, in a general term, you can
Hmm.
say ID password you have to put that link, the, HTTP dot, whatever the link
Correct.
is, kind of
Yes,
thing.
yes.
Then you can, read or write everything from the source or whatever it is.
So from that link, the client can access the blob storage. Is it?
Right. First you
Okay.
and correct, but you have to also pass the authentication details also.
Correct. Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Until
Thank you.
unless it
Yes.
is public. If it is public, you can access, but if it is private, then you should have that ID
Yes.
password.
Yes. 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 Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. This is my call.
Thank you. Hello, Shavik.
This is Raju Sagar. Don't mind. And do you have any live live courses? Not like to buying the course. Normally you do.
No, actually, I don't do
Okay.
live courses.
Okay. So if it is that is the course was there, right? Azure end-to-end project. So it will cover all the data breaks, data factories, and Spy.
It covers how to build a project using these technologies.
Okay.
It
So
did
if
not
I.
cover in deep, like, if I talk about how to read the data, how to
Mhm.
write the data, because all these things can be learned from outside using
Okay.
using YouTube or any other
So
website,
that
right?
in your YouTube it will be there all these things like
Yes,
how
yes, yes.
the.
All these things are there.
Okay. Okay. So, but if it is I'm into SAP, if I directly I'm saying just I want to remove the some SAP experience, I can put the Azure. It will work out for my career, right?
Correct. It will work out, but you have to make sure that you can relate the things. I mean, while you are giving interview, no, then you
Uh-huh.
can relate the things to this Azure data engineer side. Like say you are sourcing data from SAP, then you can say the same thing. Like I'm using, I'm sourcing the data from SAP feed or SAP HANA, whatever it is, right? I'm not sure. Then you do the ETL operations using using ADF, using Databricks,
Mhm.
transformation, XYZ things, whatever do. And then just simple thing now. And then if you know Power BI or dashboard creating things, then you can
Mhm.
also tell the same thing. And
So, but here that how we can do it data quality checks in the Azure side, like
it's
in the
there in
data.
my course. It's
Okay.
there. There's kind of a script I have written which checks the data quality.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's there. I mean,
Normally, what we do in different tool in the SAP side to
no,
check the quality and cleansing. So how you cleansing the data here? Because in the Azure side.
no, the process is same, right? What we do in cleansing, we remove the nulls, we remove the junk data, we make the schema correct. Let's say we have some string, we have some date column, which is a string, right? So first we
Mm.
have to convert it to date. So those type of cleansing we do.
Mm.
The methods are same only. The thing is technology is quite different. The
Okay.
method will be same, right? It's like you are using it, you are doing ETL. So ETL
Yes.
तो यहाँ पे भी होगा, right? ETL
Yes.
will not
Yes.
change, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Shavik. You can ask. Hello, Manjunath. You can ask.
Yeah, there
How
is
I
like
can sorry,
ADF
how
and
I can
Databricks
connect
are.
with you?
Sorry.
How I can connect with you, like wherever the doubts are, because I'm about to start, beginning of like in the scratch, right? So like
You
how
can
I.
ping me over my WhatsApp, LinkedIn, YouTube channel. If you wanna get my number of, I mean, WhatsApp number, then you can go to my website,
Mhm.
geekcoders.co.in. From there,
Yes.
you can get it, my WhatsApp button.
Okay.
And then,
Okay.
once just raise a query, then I'll get a pop-up.
Okay. 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 Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you, Raju. Yes, Manjunath, you were saying something, sorry.
Yeah, one last question, like ADF and Databricks, like both in both we can do same things, right? Cleansing, transforming.
Correct,
Like,
correct.
what's the
We
main
can,
difference?
the major difference is, see, everything you cannot achieve from ADF,
Yeah.
data flow. Honestly
Okay.
speaking, everything you cannot,
Okay.
right? Because this is kind of tool only, right? अब वो tool
Yes.
में feature ही नहीं है, then what will you do? And second thing is data flow is quite expensive than Databricks. So if your company is using Databricks, then what people usually do, they just source the data from using copy activity and different basic activities, and all this transformation they do in the Databricks.
Okay.
See, and if your client doesn't have a database in between, then yeah, definitely then you have to do everything in a data flow. But if your client have this layer, database layer, then it is highly recommended to use database instead of data flow.
Okay.
Okay. Hello, Jayashri. Hello, Shavik.
Yeah, hi. Hi, Saga.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm an ETL developer. Okay, currently I'm working in Abnisha tool. Okay, I have 6.5 years of experience as an Abnisha developer. It is an ETL tool. So currently, can I switch into Azure data engineering? So currently, I'm on leave. Okay, long leave I have taken for 25 days. Okay, can I complete this complete Azure data engineering course with the data factory and everything in 25 days? Can you tell me the plan? How can I cover it in 25 days?
So you are saying your noise is coming from your side.
Is it, am I audible now?
No, you are audible, but the noise is coming.
One second.
So I was saying, Jayashri, if you are new to this Azure data engineering, then first you have to learn Azure the concept of Azure, the basic concepts of Azure, like what is let's say like what is VM, what is blob, what is ADLS, all those stuff you have to learn. Those are the basic stuff you will easily learn within 2-3 days. You just have to go over that theory. Okay,
Okay.
what is this, what is that? And if you wanna do a dev work, then first ideally you should start from Azure Data Factory. It is a kind of ETL tool only. You might have worked in some different ETL tools, right? Like Informatica or whatever the tools present, right? So you can relate, then you can easily relate the things in Azure Data Factory. Similar
Okay.
चीज ही है, कुछ नया नहीं है. And apart from, and it will take like 7 to 8 days if you give like 2 or 3 hours each. Like, I mean, every day if you give 2-3 hours, then it will definitely take you like 7 to 8 days to learn at least the basic stuff. I'm not talking about everything, right? So
Okay.
basic stuff may it will take this much, and then you can switch to, you already know SQL Python, right? If
Yes.
you already worked on
Yes.
it,
Yes,
ETL
I
wala
already
thing.
know. Yes.
So then you should move to Apache Spark concept, that is big data things. right? And there it will take some time to understand the architecture, understand the things or ecosystem. Maybe I can say like 15, minimum 15 days should be there
Okay.
to understand the things, and you can opt for the Databricks because this is a trend now. Database is something, a cloud platform which is built on top of Apache Spark. So you do not need to set up anything in your local
Okay.
system to run the jobs and other stuff. And you have to, after this, if you know Power BI, I mean, if you want to know how the dashboard should be or other stuff, then you can also opt for this. It will add some extra point in your resume because companies choose the person who knows end-to-end things. And if you know much things, it is better for you.
Okay. Like firstly, I need to cover the Azure. What is Azure? Like the basic concept. After that, I need to cover the data factory. And as I already know SQL and Python, I need to cover the Apache Spark. Okay. And after that, the Databricks. This much is enough sufficient.
Sufficient. That is sufficient. But you can also learn some like CI/CD things,
okay.
how the deployment should be done, and all those stuff you can. If you already
Is that end-to-end in the end-to-end project which you have
it
prepared,
is
right?
there. Yes, it is.
Okay.
It is there. The thing is, it is more. I mean, it is not a learning project. I mean, the learning basic stuff. It is more into the project building project
Okay.
course, where you will, build pipelines end to end. Just say if you already have experience, right? You know how the ETL should be. मतलब जब आप extract करते हो, then you might have some checks in between, right? To
Yes.
check whether the data is correct or not. So those kind of things I have done using Databricks, not only the ETL tool, because फिर tool ही चलाते रहोगे तो फिर मजा नहीं है, right? So at least you should have hands on the Python coding knowledge or skills also. So,
Okay.
and after that, once everything, the pipeline is ready, then we published the code into the GitHub, committed the SPR, everything once done. When the code is merged into master or main branch, then we do the deployment using Azure DevOps and using GitHub Actions. Because in Azure DevOps, there is some task. You do not need to write any YML code. So that's the reason I shown you using GitHub Actions also, where I have written some YML task also, YML queries, I can say.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thanks.
Okay, Jasha. Okay, thank you. Hello, Shavik.
Hi, Sagar. Good evening.
Good evening.
And thanks for organizing this session. So Sagar, my question is like I have been working on data science. Okay. So the rapidly growing the cloud requirement. So actually, I am trying to connect the data science into the data engineering. Okay. So how this could be beneficial. Because see, data science work on the top of the data, I mean, whatever data pull by data engineer on top of it. Okay, so my aim is to understand the entire process. Okay, how they pull the data from different sources. Okay, like ADLS or ADF. Okay, so this concept and database, how this concept have been can be integrated into data science, and how this could be
Correct. It can be integrated, Shavik. Actually, it's a very good opportunity for someone who already know data science, because in data science, what we do some prediction out of data only, right? Prediction or insights we find out based on based on the data what we have. So it's good if you already know the data engineering stuff, then you can say that you know end-to-end things, like basically what we give you the cleansed data or the model we give you, right? And then what you do on top of that model, or I mean your model only, what you do, you do some coding modeling and whatever it is, then you do some forecasting stuff, right? So it is easy for you because I think you already worked on pandas, right? If you're in data scientist, you already worked on Python also, you already worked on SQL, right? And then you might be using some reporting tools. Maybe I'm not sure how the data scientist will work, But if you know all these 3 to 4 skills, then learning data engineering, it's kind of very simple thing for you. And it is very, very good. I mean, I can say a good opportunity for you guys who knows data science already.
No, I just want to understand that from where I should start, like to
Yes, correct. I explained to Jayashri, right, that if you do not know anything, first you clear your SQL skills, then Python skills. If you are okay, you already know, then you can skip these 2 skills. You can directly move. If you wanna be a Azure data engineer, not a data engineer, मतलब अगर Azure side पे जाना है, then you should start from learning the understanding of Azure. What is Azure? What are the features we have it in Azure, and then switch to Azure Data Factory. It's kind of tool only. You can learn easily in like 7 to 8 days, with the basic, at least basic stuff. And then you can switch to Databricks, that is Apache Spark, and there you can learn at least the base, at least the batch processing, how the batch processing should be, and should be done. And then you can move to uh, CI/CD things. I mean, I don't think so it is much required, but if you know, and if you learn those skills, it would be benefit for you. And apart from this, since you are data scientist, I would recommend that you should also know reporting tool, any of the reporting tool, Tableau, Power BI, Quick View, whatever. I mean, we have like 4 or 5 famous tools in the market.
Okay. And in data engineer, like ADF and what is the major tool in the Azure? Okay, so it is mostly, the based on SQL, or it is a kind of drag and drops, services, GUI based services.
In Azure Data Factory, Azure Data Factory, it is a drag and drop thing, UI. Okay, you have to write a code, but very less code is required. At least if you know C++, Java, C language, then you can relate it, what you have to write. Apart from this, in Databricks, you have to write your Python queries, PySpark queries, SQL queries in that. Complete, there's no drag and drop.
Yes. Databricks, I know that it is completely on code basis. But ADF,
Apart
it is
from
drag and
this,
drop.
yes, drag and drop. Apart from this, we have Logic App where we do kind of automations, like you have to let's say let's say if someone message you, right, then you have to reply automatically, right? So those kind of automation you can do, and there are many other automations also. This is I just gave you the example. That is also a tool, drag and drop only, but you have to write some basic code in that. And then apart from this, we have Azure DevOps also. Then we have automation runbooks also. We have Azure Synapse also, where we dump the data. Like it is kind of a data warehouse where we store the the published data, or we can say the final data into a data warehouse or databases. Like we have multiple layers in Azure, but at least if you know, I can say ADF, ADLS, Blob, Databricks. These 4 are important, but if you know extra, it is good for you.
Okay. And recently you launched a short course also, short end-to-end project. So may I know who is the beneficial from this course? Who get most benefit from this course?
Yeah. So this course is for someone who already know the concepts, basics are clear, but they do not know that how the project should be, complete project, what are the things we should we should add in our project, or when add the tools in our project, so that everything, and so that we can say that this is kind of a complete pipeline. And I also shown some tip and tricks how we can reduce the code, how we can check the data quality, in between our cleanse layer to mart layer, then mart to publish layer, because if you have created your dimension fact tables, right, then you should also check it whether the logics are correct or not, right? Today it's working correctly because maybe the data is less or data quality is okay, but maybe tomorrow the data quality gets changed, then maybe your code or your dimension and fact table might fail, right? Then how we can reduce those kind of failure things. So that's what I have shown you in this project.
Okay.
Considering that your basics are clear and you want to just build this project. And if you want to learn basic, then you can go for my YouTube videos. It's already there, and at least you can easily learn that basic knowledge of these technologies.
Okay. And is there any way to renew the Azure subscription, like
Yes.
free subscription?
Yes, it's there. No, there are two options. The first option is that where you have to add your credit card details, PAN card. PAN card, I'm not sure whether it's compulsory or not. And it is, I guess, it is valid for 1 month. I'm completely not sure because I did like 2 years back. Apart from this, there is a second option where you can pass your college ID if you have any. Then you do
No,
not need
I'm
to.
not a student.
But you are not a student. Maybe your relatives or your someone.
Okay.
है ना?
But email
वो तो-
is required from institute, right?
हाँ, institute only.
Institutional email is required.
Then आपको free में सब मिल जाएगा. Then you do not need to add any bank details or credit card details in that.
Got it.
Apart from this, any doubt, Shavik, Jayashree, Bappa?
No, thank you. Thank you.
The playlist which you have created for the data picks and data factory, is that sufficient, Sagar?
Is that sufficient? Is that sufficient? And you do not need to learn many things in one go.
Okay.
But go one by one, and there are I mean, there is delta table also covered, streaming also covered, and normal batch processing concepts also covered. तो everything is there. मतलब अभी आप इतना ज़्यादा है वो 70 वीडियोस ही बहुत ज़्यादा है. अभी आप ऐसे है बहुत चीज़ें. I'm not saying कि it is completed, है ना? Like there are multiple things also there. But इतना आपको सीख जाओगे ना आप, तो फिर आपको कुछ भी रिक्वायरमेंट आएगी आप फिर नेट से देख के कर ही सकते हो. What we usually do, right? अब सब चीज तो हम नहीं सीख सकते.
But for the interview point of view, the content which I have prepared is sufficient, right?
हाँ, sufficient है. बस थोड़ा सा आप जाके you can go for the sparkbyexample.com website, है ना? थोड़ा सा वहाँ पे भी जाके आप रीड कर सकते हो डॉक्यूमेंट. It is very good website. You can read the details. I mean, since everything is covered, but you can also go for that website. It's good.
Okay. If possible, can you prepare a video to how to follow the playlist in your YouTube channel, like one by one, like the steps, one by one step. First of all, which playlist we need to refer, like means like a step-to-step roadmap to follow your playlist.
No. Actually, I uploaded a video on the roadmap, not on the playlist, but the skills, like, what I told you, right? First learn SQL or either Python, then go for this Azure data factory, then Azure Databricks and Power BI and CI/CD things, all these things. अब मतलब अभी मुझे बनाना पड़ेगा. If you guys are saying that I can, make a video on top of that, that's not a problem for me.
To refer the playlist just for the sake of that only I'm asking. Like
Okay,
one after
sure.
the other.
Sure. I'll do it. I noted.
Okay.
Apart from this, anything, Bappa, Tulaha?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jayashree. Thank you. Bappa, you have anything?
No.
Okay, thank you. Talha?
No, I'm clear. I will contact you soon.
Okay.
Just had a foolish question that everybody is asking, like the GPT-3 and GPT-4, if they can write all the PySpark code and everything, then why the companies require the data engineers or the scientists in the future?
This is a hard question, but I mean, I do not have any answer in it, but I can say you one thing. People are going for the online shopping, right? In India mainly, and in Pakistan also people. There is Amazon or other website, right? In India, what I heard from the news that only 3% of market is online. Still, 97% is offline. And
Okay.
so, I mean, yeah, it can be changed, but not very frequently. Everything this AI cannot be done, right? Everything cannot be done from AI. I'm like 90% sure.
Okay. Okay. All right.
But I'm completely not 100% sure, because what I heard, see, even though people are going to online, I mean, online website, online shopping and other stuff, right? It's being like from 10 years, more than 10 years, right? Amazon are selling products. But even though in India only 3% of market is on online, apart from this 90% is on offline. So ये सब चलता रहेगा, मतलब ये हो गया वो हो गया, एटलीस्ट सभी चीज नहीं रिड्यूस होने वाली. आई एम लाइक 100% श्योर.
सही
AI,
ठीक है.
AI, AI, everything cannot be removed and based on some machine.
सही. Sure. All right.
Maybe
Thank
it will take some time, like 5-10 years, more than that, but not like within a 2 years, 3 years. And वो समय ना वो मालूम चलता रहता है, जैसे आप टेक्नोलॉजी चेंज होगी, राइट, होगी तो धीरे धीरे हम लोग को भी वो अंडरस्टैंडिंग आने लगेगी, राइट, कि ओके मुझे ये सीखना है, मुझे वो करना है. धीरे धीरे स्विच हो जाता है, बंदा अडेप्ट कर लेता है वो चीज को.
you. सही. Maybe इस time requirements भी change हो जाएंगे.
हाँ, वो चेंज होती है, वो अब हाइप क्रिएट कर दोगे सब लोग एक ही बार में, सब लोग कोई.
Hi, Sagar.
या हाय.
Bappa is side.
यस.
Actually, without ADF, can we process the data using Azure Databricks?
हाँ, we
Okay.
usually do this.
Okay. Mount that that one that blob storage and then process, right? Okay. Okay.
Hello Prasad. Hello Papa. Yeah, it's done, or I mean.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Hello Prasad.
Yes, Sagar. Actually, I was looking your live from YouTube. So just now I had registered and came over here to ask some questions regarding the project as well. So, so actually, I just want to know, like, I had I'm giving interviews right now. So, will it be okay to show your end-to-end project in like my
90%
real-time
sure.
experience?
90% sure you can use this idea, but make sure that you should not tell what kind of data you have used. If you set the same data, whatever I've used, they
exactly.
will catch you.
Yes.
But the idea which I shown you, those kind of things you can relate with your current project or whatever, you have experience in it, then definitely it will help a lot. The tip and tricks what I shown you, the things which can be a part of end-to-end pipeline, then definitely it will 90% sure it will help you. 100% I cannot sure.
Okay. Why not 100%?
No, see, to be honest, 100% कुछ होता नहीं है, राइट. अब मैं आपको गारंटी दे दूं, हाँ देखो भाई जॉब लगेगी, इंटरव्यू होगा. टू बी ऑनेस्ट, कोई भी कहीं पे भी आप जाओगे, नहीं होता है 100%. आपको ही पता है वो. ऑनेस्ट पे अगर आप बात करोगे ना, म्यूचुअल फंड भी 100% रिटर्न नहीं देता है. तो भाई ये तो एक और सी है ना. अभी आप हम लोग चैट जीपीटी की बात कर रहे थे. चैट जीपीटी भी 100% करेक्ट रिजल्ट नहीं दे रहा है. मैं आपको कैसे बोल दूं?
एक्चुअली इट इज टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन इंटेलिजेंस. मतलब जितना वो सर्च रेजोल्यूशन उसका क्लियर होगा वो।
हाँ, जितना
अच्छा
जितना उस पर
हाँ
डेटा जाएगा, जितना हम लोग
हाँ
उससे पूछेंगे, वो धीरे धीरे अपने आप लर्न होगा। बट आई एम जस्ट
यस
सेइंग यू कि देखिए 100% आई कैन नॉट गिव यू गारंटी कि हाँ
या
आप ये कर लो हो जाएगा। मैं फेक क्यों बोलूँ अपना कोर्स बेचने के लिए ना।
नहीं
वो
एग्जैक्टली
आपको
बट
भी पता है, नहीं होता है ऐसा बहुत।
यस या
मतलब
बट
आई एम सेइंग कि अगर आप इसको एंड टू एंड खुद एक बार बैठोगे ना, लगाने बैठोगे, प्रोजेक्ट को बनाने बैठोगे, तो हो सकता है कि इससे आपको और अच्छे आइडिया मिल जाएं। अगर आप सिर्फ वीडियो देख लोगे ना, तो आपको मे बी यू जस्ट लर्न दोज कॉन्सेप्ट विच आई शोन यू, बट इफ यू अप्लाई दोज, व्हेन यू स्टार्ट अप्लाइंग दोज कॉन्सेप्ट, मे बी यू विल गेट अ बेटर आइडिया आउट ऑफ इट कि हे ये तो मिस हो गया, इससे अच्छा हो सकता था, तो चलो मैं करता
हाँ
हूँ, तो उसका आपको आइडिया मिलेगा। एंड आई डिड नॉट शो यू एनी एनी आइडिया विच इज ऑलरेडी कवर्ड इन यूट्यूब, मतलब मेरा यूट्यूब और दूसरे का
हाँ हाँ
यूट्यूब, वो चीजें नहीं है। आई ट्विस्टेड सम रिक्वायरमेंट इन दैट वे।
या एक्चुअली मेरे पास ना दो प्रोजेक्ट्स मतलब अभी ऑनगोइंग है। तो मतलब मैंने उस पर वर्क किया है, मुझे पता है। मतलब वो एक्चुअली मैंने रियल टाइम किया है, जो लाइक उस पर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस वगैरह मैंने किया है। तो मतलब मुझको ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस वगैरह का उतना कुछ नहीं, बट लेकिन वो है प्रोजेक्ट जो है वो एंड टू एंड नहीं है। डेटा सोर्स मतलब डेटा
सोर्सिंग
कहाँ
कर
से
लिया
आ रहा है।
आपने, हाँ।
हाँ डेटा कहाँ से आ रहा है, हम मतलब हमारा वर्क कितना दिखा रहा है बस कि एडीएलएस में डेटा आ रहा है, हम प्रोसेस कर रहे हैं। और लाइक इंजेक्शन टीम, डेडिकेटेड इंजेक्शन टीम है जो डेटा हमको एडीएलएस में डाल के दे रही है, और हम एडीएलएस से डेटा सैस टोकन थ्रू एक्सेस करके हम उस पर ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन कर रहे हैं।
यूजिंग
इतना ही।
डेटाबेस।
हाँ यूजिंग
बस।
डेटाब्रिक्स। हाँ
ओके।
बस। तो मतलब मेरा बोलना ऐसा था कि ये अगर मैं कोर्स ले लूंगा तो इसमें मुझे मतलब एंड टू एंड मिल जाएगा कि डेटा सोर्स कहाँ से आ रहा है, ऐसा भी
सब
होगा क्या।
चीजें, सब चीज आई थिंक यू
हाँ
हैवंट वॉच
स्टिल।
प्रीवियस वीडियो।
हाँ
Data is coming from blob storage, data is coming from data lake gen 2, data is coming from SQL tables, data is coming from API।
ओके। नहीं मतलब
फोर टाइप।
डेटा सोर्सेस क्या होंगे, मतलब ये
हाँ,
बोलना
वही
है।
वही तो मैंने बताया। से फाइल
हम्म,
फाइल यू आर सेइंग दैट फाइल फॉर्मेट,
हाँ
file format,
नहीं
data
डेट
type, data type you
नो
are
नो नो
asking, or data source? That's what I said na. Data is
हाँ
coming from SQL tables, SQL database, let's say Azure SQL database में
या
tables present है, वहां से आ रहा है। And
हाँ
then
हाँ
then what you can do, you can twist to Oracle और कोई भी दूसरा database ले लो, database सेम ही
हाँ
होता है, थोड़ा सा
एग्जैक्टली।
सिंटेक्स चेंज होता है। then
वी कैन लाइक से एनीथिंग लाइक डेटाबेस से आ रहा है,
हाँ
मतलब क्लाइंट
हाँ
डेटाबेस से आ रहा है।
हाँ ठीक है। And then we are getting a CSV file from Gen 2, okay, source
यस
का Gen 2,
यस
and then we are
हाँ
also getting PDFs from blob storage।
यस
PDF को आपको एक्सट्रैक्ट करना है डेटा, एंड देन यू आल्सो गेटिंग सम जिप फोल्डर फाइल्स, मतलब एक जिप फोल्डर
ओके
है, उसके अंदर 4-5
हाँ
फाइल्स पड़ी हैं। दोस यू आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम Gen 2 ओनली।
ओके
और वो फोर टाइप को डेटा को व्हाट वी डिड, वी फर्स्ट पुश दैट डेटा इनटू आवर लेयर, Gen 2 layer, then on top of that we created our mount points। ओके वो भी बताया कैसे
हाँ
बनता है, कौन सा एक्सेस देना है, सर्विस प्रिंसिपल यूजिंग एक्सेस की, अकाउंट की यूजिंग एसआस टोकन। ऑल दीज थिंग्स, 3 things I have shown you। After that,
ओके
how we do the cleansing, okay, how we can automate the cleansing, how we can reduce some work in it, and then what are the data checks we have to apply। I just show you the example कि देखो ऐसे बना सकते हो आप टूल को। now it is आपका प्रोजेक्ट, आपको पता है आपको क्या क्या लगाना है उसमें, राइट, कि नल्स ना आए or whatever, you can twist it or you
या
can enhance it। and then we have mart में I did not tell you much because क्या वो ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन बताऊं, सम एवरेज whatever
या एग्जैक्टली
ना।
वो मतलब उतना जरूरी नहीं है, वो बेसिक चीज है जब
Yes, and then
ट्रांसफॉर्मेशंस आर लाइक।
yes, and I did not use Spark.read API. I use autoloader। I hope that
ओके
you are aware about it। In Databricks, we have
यस
a
यस
autoloader feature। This is
यस
kind of new, है ना। तो वो चीज़ use
यस
किया है। Then I dump data। Then in on top of Mart also I created some data quality check कि जो भी आपका डायमेंशन बनी है, फैक्टोरियल बनी है, वो करेक्ट बनी है कि नहीं। आप उसको कैसे
ओके
वैलिडेट करोगे। लेट्स से योर मार्ट एंड डायमेंशन इज नॉट करेक्ट, आई मीन द फैक्ट एंड डायमेंशन टेबल्स आर नॉट करेक्ट, व्हाई वुड यू डंप द डेटा इनटू पब्लिश लेयर।
ओके
डेटा तो
यस
गलत है ना, आपका डेटा गलत है, आप क्यों उसको डंप कर रहे हो। दैट इज काइंड ऑफ
एग्जैक्टली
रॉन्ग वे टू डू, राइट। so that is I have shown you। then after that you have a requirement that your client doesn't have a Power BI। I mean, you doesn't have a Power BI access or maybe
Okay.
the database access, whatever SQL DW जो भी आप बना रहे हो. They are
Hmm.
saying once the data is dumped, he has to get the output of the final data into his email as an attachment. CSV फाइल में,
Okay.
एक्सेल फाइल में आप अटैचमेंट दे दो. हाउ वी ऑल्सो एक्सप्लेन दैट वे यूजिंग लॉजिक ऐप. मल्टीपल वेज
Hmm.
बताए हैं, मतलब करके तो एक ही दिखाया है, बट देयर कुड बी डिफरेंट वेज टू डू.
या
इट्स
लाइक
अप टू.
अपन अपना दिमाग लगाकर और उसमें कुछ
हाँ, एनहेंस कर
कर
सकते हो, या मैंने मतलब
हाँ
तरीके बताए हैं कि आप ये भी ऑप्ट कर सकते हो, ये भी ऑप्ट कर सकते हो. XYZ तरीके
एग्जैक्टली।
होते हैं, राइट. अब मैं सब तो नहीं बताया, मैंने एक तरीका बता दिया है. एंड देन
हाँ हाँ
you have VMs, right? You have power, मतलब SQL database का VM, right? SQL
हाँ हाँ
database है, SQL data warehouse है. You are running your queries or you are dumping your final data at 3 p.m. 3 a.m. in the night.
यस यस
तो आप अपना
शेड्यूल।
SQL सर्वर, हाँ, जो SQL सर्वर है वो उस समय बंद रहता है. Then how will you first up the SQL server, then dump the data, and since it is a non-business hours, right? What would you
या
I mean, what would you make this online for the rest of the hours, right? So how we can stop that SQL server ka things. Also after dumping the data, after that, how we can set up a complete end-to-end pipeline using Azure Data Factory. एक पूरी पाइपलाइन
ओके
बनाना, और भी मतलब है उसमें. आप वीडियो पहले अगर आपने वो वीडियो देखी होती तो देन आई गेस आप नहीं पूछते. एंड देन CI/CD थिंग्स, हाउ वी डिप्लॉय द कोड यूजिंग Azure DevOps.
ओके
वी डिप्लॉय आवर ADF, आवर डेटाब्रिक्स, और भी चीजें
ओके
हैं,
ओके
एक और चीजें हैं यूजिंग. एंड देन आई ऑल्सो शोन यू हाउ यू कैन डिप्लॉय यूजिंग गिटहब एक्शंस, मतलब जो YML स्क्रिप्ट्स होती हैं. तो
ओके
इतना है, मतलब आप है, अगर आपको आइडिया है ना ये सब चीज़ों का ऑलरेडी, तो आप चीज़ों को रिलेट कर पाओगे अच्छे से.
ओके एक्चुअली और सागर लाइक उस दिन मैंने आपका एक पोस्ट देखा था, तो उस दिन मैं मतलब ट्राई कर रहा था वो प्रोजेक्ट लेने के लिए, बाय करने के लिए. आपने शायद LNK 25 कुछ ऐसा ये दिया था कोड, बट एक्चुअली मैं ट्राई कर रहा था, बट वहाँ पे समथिंग वेंट रॉन्ग आ रहा था, मतलब उस नाइट में. सो फिर
वो
उसके बाद में
एक्सपायर हो
मतलब
गया होगा जहाँ तक.
ओके हाँ, मतलब ऐसा कुछ आया भी नहीं कि लाइक कूपन हैज एक्सपायर्ड, बट वो बस समथिंग वेंट रॉन्ग आ रहा था. तो लाइक मुझे लगा कि समथिंग इंग्लिश होगा, मतलब अभी
आपको मैसेज करना चाहिए था, राइट, लिंक्डइन पे.
या या मतलब लाइक व्हाट्सएप नंबर भी है मेरे पास आपका. तो हाँ, तो अभी लाइक आई विल ट्राई, इफ देयर इज अ गुड कूपन कोड देन प्लीज शेयर विद मी, मतलब मैं वो ले सकूं.
देयर इज DIST 10.
ओके DIST 10 ओके ओके.
DIST होता है ना,
हाँ
डिस्टेंस
हाँ
वाला,
डिस्ट
डिस्ट.
डिस्ट
डिस्ट
यस
10
यस यस
यू कैन अप्लाई.
ओके ओके या ओके श्योर.
I'm not sure whether it's valid, but I'm sure. I mean, I'm pretty sure that it is valid.
ओके ओके
वो
फाइन,
एक्सपायर हो
नो
जाते
इश्यूज.
हैं एक्चुअली में. आई मीन आप लगाओ.
हाँ
I'm
हाँ
90% sure प्रसाद, like you'll love it if you already
यस
have some experience. बस उसको आप देख देख के बनाना, या अपना दिमाग लगा
या
के
बट आई
उसको
डोंट हैव
कैसे.
रियल टाइम एक्सपीरियंस एक्चुअली, आई डोंट हैव रियल टाइम एक्सपीरियंस. जस्ट मतलब मैं कंपनी, मतलब मैंने कोर्सेस किए हैं, तो वही वही से मतलब मुझे थोड़ा बहुत आइडिया आया है. यूट्यूब से आपके वीडियोस भी देखे हैं, और लाइक मतलब मल्टीपल सोर्सेस से देख देख कर ही सीखा है, बट मतलब आई डोंट हैव लाइक रिलेवेंट एक्सपीरियंस इन
यस
दिस
यस,
फील्ड.
नो प्रॉब्लम.
हाँ
दैट एटलीस्ट कुछ तो है ना आपके पास, जैसे आपने बोला ना यू
हाँ
वर्क इन कंपनी और
या
डेटाबेस का प्रोजेक्ट, तो आप रिलेट कर पाओगे. आई ऑल्सो शोन यू कौन सा एक्सेस किसको देना है, मे बी आपने ये नहीं
हाँ
किया होगा, है ना.
यस
एंड देन माउंट पॉइंट कैसे बनता है, उसमें पहले स्कोप बनाना पड़ता है, देन हम लोग
या
एक्सेस देते हैं. वो सब चीज़ें एंड टू एंड बताइए. मजा आएगा
ओके
बस,
ओके.
क्योंकि देखो गारंटी हम नहीं दे सकते किसी को. और मैं
नहीं नहीं नहीं
चाहूँ तो
गारंटी.
मैं लिख दूं कहीं पे भी, किसी को ही बोल दूं कि मैं आपसे पूछता ही नहीं, मैं पहले ही आपको बोल देता
हाँ
हाँ भाई ले लो, भले ही आए चाहे ना
नहीं
आए. वो मैं क्यों करूँगा भाई, मुझे वो क्या ही
एग्जैक्टली.
मिलेगा उससे.
और लाइक मतलब ये पॉइंट ऑफ प्राइस पे मतलब क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, इतना बहुत कुछ दे दिया आपने.
आप करो, मुझे फीडबैक दो. ऑनेस्टली स्पीकिंग, आई डिड नॉट रिसीव एनी
या
नेगेटिव फीडबैक टिल नाउ. एवरीवन इज सेइंग
या
या एवरीथिंग इज गुड, दे आर न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट, बट समवन टोल्ड कि थोड़ा सा बेसिक बता देते आप तो थोड़ा सा
या
बेटर हो
ओके
जाता प्रोजेक्ट. बट व्हाट मतलब मैंने उन्हीं के लिए बनाया जिनको ऑलरेडी पता है बेसिक, तो ये मेरा
हाँ
मिस पॉइंट हो गया. ठीक है, आई विल एड इट वीडियोस लेटर, और आई विल I have noted this point,
Okay.
and maybe in future I will, rectify. And please, if you are taking this course, please, I mean, all Talha and Bappa, if you are taking my course, please share a honest feedback to me so that, I will improve and I will do better in future.
No, एक्चुअली वन थिंग टू टेल यू सागर, लाइक मतलब आपका जो एक्सप्लेनेशन का वे है वो बहुत मतलब इजी वे है और मतलब समझ में आता है, तो मतलब इसीलिए मतलब मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि मतलब कोर्स लेना फायदा रहेगा मेरे लिए, क्योंकि
नहीं नहीं,
आपका जो
हम
वे ऑफ टीचिंग है।
मैंने बहुत ही अपना जो मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है पूरा जितने भी इयर्स का,
हाँ
मैंने वो सब
हाँ
लगाया है उस पे। तो आई एम ऑल्सो श्योर कि देखो मजा आएगा आपको। एंड मैं सबको कॉल करके पूछता हूँ कि भाई कैसा
ओके
लगा, क्योंकि मुझे भी है ना कि यार अगर इफ यू आर पेइंग मी सम अमाउंट, देन
या
आपको मतलब प्रोडक्ट आप ले रहे हो, जैसे हम लोग कुछ खाना फूड खाते हैं, डिनर करते हैं, तो हमें
यस एग्जैक्टली,
टेस्ट अच्छा होना चाहिए
रिव्यूज
ना।
लेना।
तो
या
फिर वो सही बात नहीं। तो मैंने मतलब 90% आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। बस वही शर्त है कि डोंट स्किप द वीडियोस, गो वन बाय
यस
वन। इवन तो यू
यस
नो
यस
कॉन्सेप्ट कि यार ये तो कॉपी एक्टिविटी बता रहा है सागर, बट उसमें आप जब
हाँ
अंदर पूरी वीडियो देखोगे ना, तब आपको ट्विस्ट पता चलेगा कि मैंने क्या किया है। वो चीज़ पता है, एंड
ओके
कुछ और भी मतलब एनहेंसमेंट जो आप खुद कर सकते हो बाद में, ये सब चीज़ बताएं। क्योंकि बहुत दो तीन लोगों ने मेरे को सेम चीज़ बोली कि ये तो कॉपी एक्टिविटी बताई है। देन आई आस्क कि हे आप अंदर जाओ। मैंने उनका वीडियो देखा कि मैंने देखा कि तुमने स्किप कर दिया। देन आई सेड द सेम थिंग, देन दे सेड ओके आई विल
हाँ
नॉट स्किप, आई वॉच इट अगेन, एंड देन दे केम बैक कि हाँ देयर इज सम कैच। तो वो मैंने सिंपल तरीके बताए ही नहीं है। मैंने आपको वहाँ पे एडीएफ में, और इवन दो इन डेटाबेस कुछ डिफरेंट वे ही बताया है।
ओके ओके। एक्चुअली एंड वन थिंग टू आस्क, लाइक 2.7 years पे मतलब कॉल्स तो इतने आ नहीं रहे, एक्चुअली मैं ट्राई
एक्चुअली
कर रहा हूँ
द
तो।
थिंग इज नो, अभी थोड़ा सा मार्केट भी डाउन चल रहा है। इवन दो कंपनीज आर हायरिंग, ऐसा नहीं है।
या
जो व्हाट आई ऑब्जर्व दैट लास्ट ईयर ना कंपनीज आर हायरिंग फॉर 2 years ऑफ एक्सपीरियंस गाय। बट अभी उन्होंने चेंज कर दिया, व्हाट आई अंडरस्टूड फ्रॉम द लिंक्डइन पोस्ट एंड अदर रिसोर्सेज, कि उन्होंने थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दिया, 3 years कर दिए हैं, 4 years कर दिए हैं। और सी व्हाट यू डू ना, वट एवर यू आर राइटिंग इन योर रेज्यूमे, मेक श्योर यू डू नॉट राइट अ सिंपल थिंग। आप ऐसे
या
कैची वर्ड लिखो ना कि यू रिड्यूस द कॉस्ट ऑफ योर कंपनी बाय अप्लाइंग दिस मेथड। शॉर्ट फॉर्म शॉर्ट
ओके
में लिख दो कि मैंने ये किया था। जैसे अगर जो ये ऑटो लोडर है ना, ऑटो लोडर बहुत चीज़ हमें बचाता है, जो मेटा डेटा टेबल्स बचा लेता है हमारा ऑटो लोडर कॉन्सेप्ट। और जो
ओके
मैंने अभी जो आपको ये कॉन्सेप्ट बताया है, वो चेक्स लगाए हैं बीच में। अगर आप वो मेरी वीडियोस में स्टोरी सुनोगे कि वाई आई एम पुटिंग दिस चेक्स, देन
हाँ
यू कैन टेल द सेम थिंग। और इवन दो अगर आप कंपनी में काम कर रहे हो अभी, यू आर यूजिंग डेटा ब्रेक्स एंड एडीएफ, देन यू कैन अप्लाई द सेम थिंग टू योर कंपनी
ओके।
ऑल्सो।
लाइक आई थिंक मुझे मतलब ये कोर्स लेने के बाद में मैं थोड़ा इंटरव्यू और अच्छे से दे पाऊंगा, कुछ कंसेप्ट भी
आई एम
क्लियर हो
श्योर
जाएंगे।
श्योर श्योर श्योर, आई एम
या
श्योर 90% श्योर। जिसको जिसको आता है उन्होंने मुझे अच्छा ही फीडबैक दिया है। और मैं
ओके
आप लोग से ही बोल रहा हूँ कि जो भी है आपको गलत लगा कि पैसे बर्बाद हुए, आप मुझे लिख दो, वेबसाइट पे लिख दो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। एटलीस्ट इम्प्रूव कर पाए, राइट? अब दूसरे बंदे का
या
घाटा ना
एग्जैक्टली,
हो।
नहीं
ठीक है।
एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली, नो इश्यूज। थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम, दैट्स
थैंक यू
ऑल
प्रसाद।
बाय माय साइड।
ओके प्रसाद। हे सुष्मिता।
Hey, hi.
हाय। या you can ask your queries.
There is nothing much actually. I just wanted to have a demo of the session actually that's going to
No,
have
this
here.
is not a demo session actually. This is the session where you can ask your queries regarding a course which I recently launched on my website, whether you wanna take this or you should take this course or not. Or if someone has already taken the course, if they have some doubt, then they can also ask. This is not a demo video.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Okay, Prasad, I hope that you guys are clear. Talha, Bappa, Shushmita. If nothing, then we can wind up.
Yes, 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 for sure. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Anything else? No, right? Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.